I'm gonna say it like this. In the top 5 that contains Frieza and Dio, Sukuna has to be a new addition to top 5 haters of all time. Real meant Sukuna. Not just any man, the strongest sorcerer in history, the king of curses, okay? Put some respect on this man's name. If you are interested in JJK content or you just like hearing me yap, I definitely suggest you go watch my Gojo video. I'll leave a link in the description. But in order to start with Sukuna, I feel like the best way to do it is with an example. So we all know the story of Naruto, correct? I promise you when I say this will all link back somehow. Hold on, give me a second. Little orphan boy lives in a village where nobody likes him because he has a monster that's trapped inside of his body. And if he's not paying attention, he can let that monster loose at any given second if he doesn't keep control. But you know what? Over time, him and that monster learn to respect each other and treat each other like partners, and they become the bestest of friends in the end and all that good stuff. You know that story. You guys have heard it like 20 times, right? Well, everybody, I'm glad to tell you that Naruto and Kuruma are basically like Yuji and Sukuna. Everybody's just chummy best friends. Well, it would be if not for the fact that Sukuna would rather see Yuji's entire world burn before his eyes rather than pick up this pencil in class. So it's not exactly the same, but you basically get the plot, right? Little did Yuji know that when he ate the first of Sukuna's 20 fingers that he was going to start a doomsday clock. A doomsday clock that once it hit 0 was going to unleash one of the biggest haters in all of anime. See, if you were to spin the clock back about a year ago, you would have seen a version of me that truly believed that we were going to see a Naruto story out of JJK. I thought that Sukuna was gonna turn over a new leaf and become a good guy. I mean, still an asshole, but a good guy. Can someone tell me why the second this man gets a lick of freedom, he wipes out an entire city? And I mean, I get the idea that he was fighting Maharaga, and when you're in a situation like that, you gotta pull out all the stops. But Lord have mercy. Something that is beat into you the more you watch JJK is the fact that Sukuna does not like Yuji, and he will never like Yuji. It's crazy because even in Sukuna's final moments, Yuji goes out to him and spills that whole Naruto spiel like, hey man, you know, I can see the good in you, bro. If you want to go ahead and live in my body, you can coexist with all the sorcerers these days, you know? I'm not really gonna hold it against you. And this man Sukuna is like, boy, if you don't get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit.
What the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about?
Funny enough about this, I will say that I respect the hate because I like the fact that when it's written down on paper, Sukuna is a bad person through and through. He never takes a second to go ahead and be like, you know what? The shit I'm doing is wrong. Maybe I should turn a new leaf. The most he's ever thought about it is when he goes ahead and he's just like, I wonder if I could live a life like that. No, I can't. I'm sorry. Like when we're talking about the embodiment of hate, that is Sukuna. He doesn't care about love. He doesn't care about friends. This man gets bored and he goes out and catches like 20 bodies. This man would rather die than live a life coexisting with Yuji. Which, by the way, we aren't even getting into the idea of the fact that this man repeatedly disrespected the main character day in and day out, while he was in his body and while he was outside of his body. The interesting thing about Sukuna is that even though he's super pure evil, he can always respect a good challenge when it comes to a fight. Both Jogo and Gojo got some respect from Sukuna at the end of their fights, especially Gojo. He even says, I'll never forget you as long as I live, right? You would think that same thing would happen for the main character of the series at the end of the final battle, but he doesn't do that. Through all the animes I've watched and all the mangas I've read, I've never seen the main villain of a series ever duck the main character this much. This man Sukuna looked at Yuji and said, I'm sorry, I'm allergic to bums. He'd rather spend his time fighting all the side characters. I'll never forget the episode when Junpei got turned into a curse by Mahito, right? This is the part where Yuji is practically begging Sukuna to go ahead and lend him his power. We're talking about snot and boogers everywhere. We're talking about he is pleading for help. And when he actually thinks that Sukuna was gonna give him his powers, Sukuna breaks the reality to him like, homie, I don't know why you thought we was buddy like that, but we're really not. I don't f with you. And to make matters worse, oh my gosh, bro. To make matters worse, not only does he sit there and tell him I don't f with you, him and Mahito begin to laugh at this nigga in his face while his friend is sitting there as a curse, like ready to die. Like that shit is crazy. If that's not #1 hater in the world, I don't know what is. During the Shibuya incident, we see Sukuna fighting Maharaga, and at the end of the fight, Sukuna goes ahead and walks over to the perfect view of a destroyed city and lets Yuji take back control of his body. Basically showing Yuji like, hey, I used your body to destroy this city. I don't even remember the name of it, to be honest with you, but I took this down. How dare he give that man his body back talking about some Kozo, But you know what? Everything I've talked about so far can be easily excused. That does not make this man the #1 hater in the world, all right? Laughing in my face when somebody I barely knew gets turned into a curse, I can let that slide. Leveling a whole city and killing hundreds, maybe even thousands of people, side eye, strong side eye, okay? Strong side eye, but I can let that slide too. But I would never side-eye the idea that you would take one of those dirty, crusty fingers and shove it down the throat of one of my best friends. No, because that is where the fuckery ends. No, because like I'm thinking about it, and it's like, bro, you deserve to get your ass beat after that. That's some fucking freak ball shit. Like, what in the world? Like, all of this to snatch somebody's body? Are you serious? A grown man snatching a teenager's body is crazy. Damn near like 20,000 years old. Like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing, bro? I will say though that the plan that Sukuna had to switch bodies from Yuji to Megami was actually a brilliant plan, and I do find it crazy that he actually did that. When that part actually really got me. Now, see, the hating doesn't even stop there. That's the funny part about it. Because after stealing that body, Yuji obviously tries to get the body, tries to get his best friend back. And guess what Sukuna does? Not only does he not fight Yuji, once again, because, that's obviously not something that he likes to do, as we can see. This man proceeds to fly away with his henchman, and cracks a joke, his little weak-ass joke, and then proceeds to laugh hard as shit. I hate when niggas do that shit. Crack a weak-ass joke and then laugh hard as shit. This man laughs hard as shit as they fly away, bro. Oh my gosh. If I was Yuji, I could see why I would be so pissed at this nigga. Oh my god, I would have thought of him. But nah, he's a good villain though. I love me some Sukuna though. Anyways, y'all, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, show some support. Leave a comment how you feel about Sukuna. Is Sukuna hater of the year? We still got Dio and we still got Frieza as competitors, so is he hater of the year, y'all? Let me know down in the comments. Leave some suggestions down in the comments, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Join the cult. We always love new family members. And yeah, that's it for today. Hope y'all had a good week. Hope y'all have a good weekend, and I'll see y'all next week. I don't have no intros, I don't got no outros. All right, deuces.